A record type in Salesforce is a feature that allows you to create different versions of the same object to support different business processes, page layouts, and picklist value. In today's video, I'm going to break down record type in the simplest way possible and show you exactly how to create and assign them step by step. If you ever wondered why some users see different page layouts in Salesforce or why certain picklist values appear for some users and not others, the answer is record type. So when you want to create a record in this particular donor object, you will see that it's just showing the new donor and not displaying any type of record type or any value for record type. Let's navigate to our settings icon and go to the back end by directly editing the object to access our object manager for the donor object. On the object manager, you're going to see record types down there, and then you click on new. As you can see, we do not have any record type available currently, so the default is seen as master. Now we are going to give it a name, and I want to create this record type for the two type of donors we have in our organization, and we have the private donor, which is what I've just created now, and usually we are supposed to do page layout assignment, but because we just have one page layout for this object, we are going to save and then organize the pick list values, because this record type controls the pick list values of each pick list field that are existing in the object. So what this does is that you can edit the pick list and specify what values you want to be displayed for the record type, a particular record type. So for the private, I'm going to be removing the gift item and the scholarship, because I do not want the private donors to see the gift items and the scholarship amongst the donor specification. And I will save onto this record, go back to the record types, but I do not want to edit the gender. I just want to show you the values I have here, because the private donor can be female or a male or non-binary or intersex, right? Now let's go to our sales app and review what we have built on the donor object front end. So when we get to the donor object, we are going to be expecting to see the option of private when we are creating a new record. So it's private because it's just one record type that we have. So all records that are being created as from now will be default private, except after we are going to create a second record type. So let's create our second record type. We go to the back end again and select new and select the one that we are going to clone. But for the purpose of this, I want to still use the default layout, which is the master, and then I'm going to be creating a record type called government or public for public donors. Right now, you just give your record type a name according to your business process, and then you update the API name and select active. The active was automatically selected in the previous one because it's the first record type that we are creating. And then you're going to be making it available for all profiles, and then we are going to go to the next page. We're not doing page layout assignment on this record type because we just have one page layout for the donor object. In a scenario where we have two page layouts, right, we are going to be selecting the different types of layouts we want for each record type, but this is not the case of this requirement we are building. So there are available pick lists. I want to leave out every value for it so that when we go to the front end, we see how this is reflected or how it plays out while creating a new record. Now let's go over to our sales app and access our donor object. When you click on the app launcher at the top left corner, you're going to go over to your object, refresh because it might take some little time to come up, and then you select new. Now we have the two types of record types. So either you're selecting the government or you're selecting the public donor. When you go to the donor specification, you will find out that all the values are available for this government or public type of record type. But when we want to select the private and go over to the donor specification, you will find out that the gifts item will not be available on the donor specification, neither will there be scholarship on the donor specification. So if you are learning Salesforce admin skill or preparing for certification, this is one concept you absolutely must understand. See you in my next video. Bye.